Namaskarji. We are continuing the journey of some advanced asanas. Some of us aren't able to make them, some of us are able, but eventually everyone will be able to do them, and at some point those who can already will think about more meditation. The more you practice more difficult physical asanas, more you understand that actually what you really need is a peace inside. Without peace inside, some asanas impossible. And actually the idea of yoga is the peace inside. But you will understand it in future. Crisscross your legs and make a sankalpa for this practice. Peace with yourself. Feminine and masculine energy inside of each of us. That is why important for women the right palm over the left. Left males have over the right. Despite the gender, in yoga it is considered to be like this. It's not just me, it is in yoga. Inhale and very carefully change the criss and cross of the legs. And we start from pranayama. We will be making deep breaths, as deep as you can, to the lowest part of the belly. And the more breath you can take, the more oxygen you can take inside, the more you will breathe out, and the peace and actually life happens in between them. There is a tricky thing about that. So how we do it? We breathing in through the nostrils, breathing out. The more you can do, the deeper you can do. I did it with the sound for you to understand. The more deeper you go with your consciousness, it's not full yogic breath actually, this is the belly breathing. The lowest parts can be achieved with this sound breath. Make it sound. Try to look either on a horizontal line with your eyes, either close your eyes and look in between your eyebrows. And try to make 10 breaths like this. This kind of breath will help to warm up inner organs, warm up inner tissues with the oxygen. Let's start. I will not be breathing very loudly in order for you not to hear it through the microphone too much. When you finish, just coming to the normal breath, you may feel a little bit dizzy, or maybe you will have this movement inside, maybe something in the ears, maybe some vibration in the body. So we do it step by step, carefully with the pranayama, more carefully than even with the asanas. And now we will make the Kapalabhati 50 times. Let's start. And Sitali 7 times, breathing in either through teeth, either through the tongue. Let's start. And very carefully we will make 50 more. Either we will make 100. I will say when it will be 50 and I will say when it will be 100. If you feel that you want to stop, you can stop and do Sitali 7 times after. It is like balancing yin and yang inside of us. It is balancing of the energies inside of us. Let's start. $50. And Sitali. And now, very carefully, we will move to the cat-cow. But for today's practice, we need to change the position of our palms. So, change it to the way that your wrists look forward and your fingers look towards your body. Tuck your toes and very carefully move back. As deep as you can till the moment that you feel a little bit of tension. Do not go further than tension, it is enough. It might be a little bit, especially in the beginning of the practice, then slowly a little bit forward. Swing 5 times back and forth, trying to make it deeper. With each try, there is no perfection. That is practice. And guys, remember, do not compare yourself with anyone because everyone have a different physical story and actually the practice itself. That is why just give it a try and in future you will be able to make it. Okay, and at the last 5 times, do as deep as you can to 10 rounds of full yogic breath. Tailbone in.
very carefully move forward and let go of your palms to the normal position, but get back to sit on your heels for a few moments in order to relax our wrists. We will need them today. But in order to make it a little bit more difficult, let's do Virasana. We will try to sit in between our heels, knees together as close as you can. Always make this movement in order to move a little bit of the muscle in order to sit deeply and with a straight spine.
By the way, this is one of the best asana for digestion. So if you have any issues, you may sit in this position. It is interesting that kids usually sit in this position for a long time. And just breathe for a few moments. We're just giving a few moments for the relaxation of the wrist. And while wrists are relaxing, our joints of the legs are working. We do inhale. Very carefully go to the cat-cow. And from this position go to the downward facing dog. I remind you that we do all of the movements that we want during the first downward dog. Do what you feel, maybe movement with the whole body, maybe bending the knees, whatever you feel is right, is right. Especially in the first downward dog. Look forward in between your palms. Step forward. Feet together. Especially notice that feet must be together on your heels, because we have this interesting physical thing as one foot is longer than another. Chair, inhale. Uttanasana, exhale. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. 5 rounds of breath here. Look forward, inhale, jump forward, total exhalation. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale, look forward. Exhale, Uttanasana. Utkatasana, chair, inhale. Uttanasana, exhale. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale, look forward. Jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg up, inhale. Right leg forward, left foot flat, exhale. Warrior 1, inhale, look up. Exhale, Trianga. Cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg up, inhale. Left leg forward, right foot flat, inhale. Warrior 1. Exhale. Trianga. Cobra, inhale. Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog.
Look forward very carefully. Feet together. Bend your knees and step with your palms a little bit towards your body. Try to put the belly on your laps. Do inhale, and on the exhalation, jump and sit. I will explain it in the future practices. Today we will be doing another type of asana. What is really important is to sit on our sit bones. If you will be able to catch this position when you sit on sit bones, you will be able to make a lot of asanas. What is really important, we start to work with our abs. The more strong they are, the more you will be able to make actually. Our back will be a little bit in the angle, a little bit back. Legs together. First variation is when your knee and your heel on the same line, toes pointing from you, palms facing the legs. Another position, you may straighten your legs and make your arms parallel to the floor. Navasana. We do inhale, starting to round our back and hug our legs. There will be interesting variation right now, but it is important as well. Strong back, strong abs, strong body in the future. We catch the outer side of our feet, get the legs as straight as possible. But what is more important is a straight spine. The more straight spine you're able to do, the better. So always pick the straight spine. Make your legs as straight as you can for today. And your toes, it is very important, not towards yourself. Try to make them pointing away from you. In this position, muscles will be engaged. That is why it will be much more easier. And just breathe. At some point it will become so easy that once my student told me that it became a little bit boring when you understand how things works. At some point, understanding the asanas, you come into the idea to the meditation. But we must go through the physical aspect to understand that. We do exhale, let go. Today we are concentrating on very interesting asana. Everything that we have done before, we have done in order to make this asana possible. This asana calls Mayurasana. Sometimes this asana calls peacock. I will explain the most important thing here. So, the elbows must go either together on the abs, it is the most difficult position, and the palms will be in the position that we had in the beginning of the practice, pointing towards your feet. Either, if you feel uncomfortable, here we have main area in between this muscle. When the abs are here, ending from this side, like sided abdominal muscles over here. If you cannot make them together on your abs, do it here. And the most important part is where will go your weight. It will go forward. Be very careful, because when you go forward, you might do it too much. A little bit, step by step. So, what we do? We first step with one leg back. It will be much more easier. Then starting to bend elbows, go with the second leg and try to get them off the floor. Then very carefully go back and just sit on your knees. Tuck your toes, straighten your spine. We will make it one more time, of course. For those of you who are struggling, start only with getting one leg off the floor. It will be quite normal. For 5 breaths, for example, one leg, for 5 breaths, another. For those who wanted to make a little bit more difficult, I will show right now more difficult position, but eventually we will all calm down. That is important. So we will make the second time the variation, and I will show a few difficult and easy variations. So we put palms towards our torso, towards our leg, straighten both legs, reach with the elbows the belly, start to get one leg, another, get your weight forward, and carefully let go. It is very important when you just get to know new asana, you do it not so much time, or of course you may pause the video and make it more. For those who are able to do it and feels that want to do it more difficult way, this asana you will definitely, this variation you will like. I hope you have the lotus, so you make your lotus. That is why we were warming up our hips as well. So you sit in lotus, and then it gets interesting. Either you will do as you did before, and it was with both elbows on your torso, on your abdominal muscles, like this. Either you can, of course guys, if you feel you can do any variation, you may do it with one hand. For example, left arm forward, and do it only with the right elbow. Do inhale and start to get up like this. Now all of us relax, and for 5 rounds of deep Ujjayi breath we will make the asana, and then we will grow. It is important, if you feel that you want to do more during our relaxation time during the video, you may practice the asana, you may stay inside of the asana. But unfortunately, most of the people, when they see something, they want to do as much as the one who is making the video. That is why I am relaxing for you guys. It is very important. Relaxation, practice, always make it in balance. And for 5 Ujjayi breaths, each of us makes Mayurasana. Pick the position that you want. Very carefully, relax. Let go of any position that you were in. Shake your legs, shake your arms. If you want these practices to become more longer, to practice more during one practice, write in the section with the comments below. And we have Shavasana. Hug your legs. Move back and forth from side to side.
If you have time, be in Shavasana at least 1 hour. 2 or 5 minutes in Shavasana will help to calm down the mind. Or start to move with your toes, with your fingers, and get up. Namaste. Have a nice time of existence.